Welcome back to A7 Operations with Polynomials, A7 Examples Combining Like Terms. So let's get started. So taking a look at this example right here, okay, I have this x to the first power and I have this negative 7x to the first power. Since they both have an exponent of 1, I can combine these. Okay, so I'm just going to take a look at their coefficients. So I have x, which is the same thing as 1x, minus 7x. So that'll take care of these two right there. So x minus 7x would be negative 6x. And then I have negative 5 plus 9, which is positive 4. So I can't combine anything else. I can't simplify, so I'm left with this linear binomial. Moving on to this one right here, I have this 9x to the first power and this 2x to the first power. Both to x to the first power, so I'll just combine their coefficients. So I have 9 plus 2, which is 11x. So I have 9 plus 11x minus 5. Then I have this positive 9 and this negative 5. Well, 9 minus 5 is 4. So I have 4 plus 11x, another linear binomial. Moving down here, I have an expression inside parentheses, and I have a term outside the parentheses. And this term right here is touching the parentheses, so I have to use the distributive property. So I always like to draw lines just so I make sure everything's accounted for. So I have 7v cubed times 7v plus 7v cubed times 7. So this right here, 7 times 7 is 49. And I have v cubed times v, so same thing as 3 plus 1, so v to the fourth, plus 7 times 7 is 49, and then I have my v cubed. I can't combine anything here. I'm just left with this quartic binomial, so that'll be my new solution. All right, taking a look at this one over here, it seems as if some people struggle with this 7 plus 4 right here. Okay, these are two separate terms. You cannot add this 7 and this 4. So you can't say, oh, this is 11 multiplied by the expression 3x plus 1. Okay, by our order of operations, or by PEMDAS, we need to take care of this right here. Okay, so I have this 7 that I haven't touched yet. I have 4 times 3x, which is 12x. And I have 4 times positive 1, which is plus 4. So I'll try to combine what I can. I have this 7 and this 4. So I have 11 plus 12x. I can't combine, so I'm left with this linear binomial. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, so for this one I need to multiply this negative 4p by everything in parentheses. So I have this 10p squared that I have yet to touch. And I have negative 4p times p, which is negative 4p squared. And I have negative 4p minus 8, which is positive 32p. So I took care of my distributing, so now I can combine like terms. So I have a 10p squared, so my exponent is to the second power, and I have minus 4p squared, exponent also to the second power. So now I can take a look at the coefficients and combine these. So I have 10 minus 4, which is 6. My p squared is just going to stick around. And then I haven't touched this positive 32p. So I have plus 32p. I can't simplify any more at this point. So that's my answer, a quadratic binomial. Okay, let's move on to this one. This one I'll have to use the distributive property twice. So I have negative 6 times 5, which is negative 30. Negative 6 times negative 3x, which would be a positive 18x. And I have negative 2 times 9, which is negative 18. And I have negative 2 times positive x, which would be negative 2x. So I'll take care of my numbers first. I have negative 30 minus 18, which is negative 48. Sometimes we'll be dealing with, or especially in level 3 and level 4, we'll be dealing with polynomials that have many terms. It might help to start now. Once you have simplified or combined like terms, just cross them out so you know you've already dealt with them. Okay, so we have negative 48. Now we have 18x minus 2x. So 18x minus 2x, both have a power of 1. So I'll look at the coefficients. 18 minus 2 is a positive 16x. So I'm left with a linear binomial. Okay, last two. So I'll make sure here to distribute this 8 to all three terms inside the parentheses. So I have 8 times 3x squared, which is 24x squared. I have 8 times 7x, which would be a positive 56x. And I have 8 times positive 2, so I have plus 16. So taking a look at my exponents, I have no like terms at all, so this would be my solution. All right, last one. So I'll draw all my lines again. So I have 5n squared times n squared. I know that is 5n to the fourth. I have 5n squared times negative 8n, which I know is negative 40 n cubed. And I have 5n squared times positive 1. So I have a plus 5n squared. So taking a look at all my exponents here, I have an n to the fourth, an n cubed, and an n squared. No like terms, so I'm left with this quartic trinomial. So at this point, that's everything you need to know for A7 operations with polynomials level 2, combining like terms. Move on to combining like terms practice, A, B, or C.